The ocean is full of predators, but not all sharks are the same. Some rely on size, some rely on speed, and some evolved strategies that look almost impossible. Today we're looking at some of the most powerful and unusual sharks in the ocean, and one of them doesn't even stay in the ocean. Great white shark. Just hearing that name feels like reading a danger sign, bolted to appear. It is the shark most people imagine when fear enters the conversation. Rows of teeth, dark, watchful eyes. A silent approach you never see coming. This predator can grow longer than 6 meters and weigh more than a small car. Every part of its body is built for one purpose: efficiency. The body is shaped like a torpedo, designed to move through water with minimal resistance. The mouth carries several rows of serrated teeth, constantly replaced throughout the shark's life. And the bite force? Powerful enough to cut through bone and thick blubber. But here is the part most people do not expect. This animal is not out there hunting humans. Great white sharks are curious predators, not mindless killers. Many encounters with humans are believed to be investigative bites, a quick test of something unfamiliar in their environment. To a great white, you do not resemble its usual prey. Its real targets are seals and sea lions, and when it hunts, it does not chase for long. It ambushes. From deep below, the shark accelerates upward with explosive power, striking its prey with enough force to launch both predator and target out of the water. It may look chaotic from the surface, but underneath it is precision, speed, timing, physics. So yes, the great white inspires fear, but it is not evil. It is simply one of the most perfect predators the ocean has ever produced, and the next shark on this list doesn't even try to look threatening. Hammerhead Shark? Yes, that head is real. And no, it's not a mistake. That strange hammer-shaped design is one of the most specialized hunting tools in the ocean. While most sharks focus straight ahead, hammerheads control the space around them. That wide head stabilizes the shark as it moves through the water. It allows sharper turns, better control, more precise movement. And when prey tries to escape, that control matters. Hammerheads often hunt stingrays, flat animals that hide against the ocean floor. Instead of chasing them, the shark pins them down. It presses its wide head against the sand and traps the prey beneath its body. Then the teeth do the rest. No chaos, no struggle, just steady pressure. Even young hammerheads know how to do this. They don't learn it, they're born with it. But the next shark doesn't rely on unusual anatomy. It relies on appetite. Tiger shark. Not the fastest shark, not the most dramatic, but possibly one of the most adaptable predators in the ocean. Tiger sharks cruise slowly through warm coastal waters. They patrol reefs, islands, shallow hunting grounds packed with life. They're patient, they observe, and when they investigate something, they commit. Tiger sharks have one of the most versatile bite designs in the ocean. Wide jaws, powerful muscles, strong enough to crush shells, bones, and thick armor. Scientists have even found license plates, tires, and sea turtles inside tiger sharks. They'll try almost anything once. But at least tiger sharks stay in the ocean. The next shark doesn't. Bull shark. This predator ignores one of the biggest rules in the ocean. Most sharks need salt water. Bull sharks don't. They can survive in rivers, in lakes, even far inland. Bull sharks have been found thousands of kilometers away from the sea. Same teeth, same predator, just a different address. Their bodies are heavy and compact, built for sudden bursts of raw power. They prefer shallow, murky water where visibility drops to almost nothing. Perfect conditions for an ambush. And unlike some sharks that test their prey, bull sharks often strike first. Strength, poor visibility, and the ability to move into fresh water make them one of the most dangerous sharks on Earth. And somehow, the next shark is even faster. Mako Shark. You blink, and this shark is already somewhere else. Makos live in the open ocean. No reefs, no hiding places, just speed. Their bodies are incredibly streamlined. Every muscle is built to convert energy into motion. Makos don't chase prey for long distances. They intercept it. They calculate the path of their target and strike where it's going to be, not where it is. At full speed, a Mako can exceed 70 kilometers per hour. When it hits, momentum often launches the shark straight out of the water. That's why Makos are famous for violent breaches. This isn't aggression, it's physics. But after all that speed, the next shark reminds us that size can still dominate the ocean. Whale shark, the largest fish on Earth. Some can grow longer than a school bus and weigh more than a truck. When one passes beneath you, it feels like a moving wall. A slow, drifting giant covered in pale spots. But here's the twist. That enormous mouth isn't designed for hunting. Whale sharks are filter feeders. They swim forward with their mouths open, pulling in plankton, krill, and tiny fish. No chase, no ambush. just slow movement through enormous clouds of food. Divers often swim beside them like they're moving islands. Maximum size, minimum aggression. But the next shark looks like something from a nightmare. Goblin Shark. This one barely looks real. Pale pink skin, a long drooping snout, a face that looks unfinished. But this shark has existed for millions of years. It lives deep in the ocean, hundreds of meters below the surface. Down there, sunlight never reaches. Speed doesn't matter much in the deep sea. So the Goblin Shark evolved something stranger. Its jaws don't simply open, they launch. The entire jaw structure shoots forward like a spring-loaded trap. When prey drifts too close, the jaws snap shut in an instant. No chase, no warning. Just sudden violence and complete darkness. But the final shark on this list proves something surprising. Looking terrifying doesn't mean being dangerous. Basking Shark. At first glance, it looks like the end of the world rising out of the ocean. A massive body, a giant mouth stretched wide open, slowly moving through the water like it's about to swallow everything in its path. This is the second largest shark on Earth. Only the whale shark grows bigger. And yet, it's harmless. That enormous mouth filters plankton out of the water as the shark cruises along the surface. No hunting, no attacks. Most of the time, basking sharks barely react to anything around them. They simply move, feed, and keep moving. It's a reminder that in the ocean, appearance can be misleading. Sometimes the most terrifying creatures are harmless, and sometimes the most dangerous ones look completely ordinary. 8 sharks, 8 completely different ways to survive in the ocean. Some rely on speed, some on power, some on size. But if you had to swim in open water tomorrow, which one would you fear the most?